Alright guys, this is One Takes with Nick Cakes, one half of the Unhealthy Scratches podcast, coming at you to give the recap of the Vancouver Canucks' first home playoff game with people in the barn since 2015 against the Nashville Predators, two teams who really blew the expectations out of the water that everybody had for their teams, especially Vancouver becoming winners of the Pacific Division. Now, this game we all knew was going to be a goalie battle. UC Saros for Nashville and Thatcher Demko, arguably one of the front runners for the Vezina Trophy this year, going to lock down the fort for their respective teams. And it really seemed that way at the start of the game. Thatcher Demko on the second shot that he faced made an early save of the playoffs contender when he robbed a almost surefire empty net goal with his leg pad. Now, not a lot of shots on goal this game. You see some other playoff games, specifically the Leafs and Boston game, where the Leafs had about as many shots themselves as both Nashville and Vancouver had against each other total. And it's really seemed that if you can't get enough shots on either Thatcher Demko or UC Saros, that you're going to have to get guys in front and take advantage of the opportunities given. And sure enough, Nashville is the first team to strike. Jason Zucker hitting an absolute snipe on Thatcher Demko to make it 1-0 in the first period. Then in the second period, you get an answer. Elias Lindholm, noted most disappointing by my co-host on the pod coming later this week because of his lack of production for what they gave up to acquire him. He buries one on UC Saros. The Vancouver barn, Rogers Arena, is pumping. Everybody's going nuts. This is what they've been waiting for since 2015. And then Teddy Bluger. You can't do that, bud. Now, of course, in a few games, that penalty is not going to be called. But in game one, they have to show a precedent. Refs are a joke. They call the penalty. Nashville goes on the power play, and noted Leafs legend and St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup champion from 2019, Ryan O'Reilly, buries a goal on Thatcher Demko. He didn't have a shot at making that save. It's all of a sudden 2-1 for Nashville, and that lead would carry all the way to the middle of the third period, where it looked like Nashville was going to do Barry Trotz hockey stuff and park the bus like it's a Jose Mourinho Chelsea soccer team with a 1-0 lead heading into extra time, and just do absolutely nothing with the puck. But then the tides turn, and all of a sudden Vancouver capitalizes on the opportunities given. Quinn Hughes, Captain Quinn, buries a goal to tie the game at 2-2, and just when they were starting to display the graphics of Quinn Hughes' first goal this season, assisted by all these other guys, all of a sudden Dakota Joshua, a human firecracker, scores immediately after, 12 seconds after to be exact, and all of a sudden Vancouver goes from being down 2-1 to being up 3-2 with roughly 10 minutes left to play. And not only do they hold on to that lead, but Dakota Joshua buries the second of the game into the empty net and sellies like it's Game 7 in overtime. Vancouver Canucks win 4-2 against the Nashville Predators at home in front of a crowd for the first time in 9 years. And this fan base needed it. That's One Takes with Nick Cakes. Podcast will be out later this week. We'll have it announced on socials. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.